Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. How people really see you. Look, y'all, you already know how we get down over here. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm not babying nobody, and I'm definitely not hiding what Spirit shows me. We all got light, we all got shadow. And today I'm about to read both. So don't get in your feelings. Don't start acting brand new. Okay? I'm literally just the messenger. If these cards call you out, take it up with the spirit team, not with me. Before we get started, real quick, I still have my 3 for $33 offer open. Yep, you get to ask 3 questions for $33 about your love life, career, your next move, your future blessings, and what your ancestors want you to know. All of it. The link is in the description. Because listen, there are some things that I can say here on YouTube, and there are some things that I absolutely cannot say unless it's in a private session. Now, you already know what I mean. So if you feel called, go ahead and slide through that link. It's there for you. Now, let's get into this energy. Take a moment and meditate here on the 3 cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card 1 with the gold glass crystal, card 2, tangerine glass crystal, and card 3, yellow glass crystal. Let's get straight into it. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. How people really see you right now. Look, y'all already know how I get down over here. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I am not babying nobody. And I'm definitely not hiding what Spirit shows me. We all got light. We all got shadow. And today I'm about to read both. So don't get in your feelings. Don't start acting brand new. Okay? I'm literally just the messenger. If these cards call you out, take it up with your spirit team, not with me. Before we get started, real quick, you know that I still have my 3 for $33 offer open. Yep, you get to ask 3 questions for $33 about your love life, career, your next move, your future blessings, what your ancestors want you to know, all of it. The link is in the description. Because listen, there are some things that I can say here on YouTube, and there are some things I absolutely cannot say unless it's in a private session. You already know what I mean. So if you feel called, go ahead and slide through that link. It's here for you. Now let's get into your energy. All right, pile 1, you picked the gold glass crystal and this gorgeous card. Look at her. With the message, look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Listen, let me tell you what people really see when they look at you. They see a deep thinker, a processor, someone who doesn't move until they understand the assignment. But here's the kicker. Some people think you think too much. Okay, you go inward, you analyze, you replay conversations, you read the room before the room even knows you walked in. And the wild part, you don't even realize you're doing it. It's natural to you. It's your gift and your defense mechanism. Some folks look at you and swear you got a secret plan. Baby, you're not mysterious on purpose. You just don't hand out access like candy. Okay? So this card is already dragging your subconscious energy in the best way. And listen, before I dive deeper, I need to tell you something. There is one particular person watching you right now. Yes, someone specific, someone who has already formed an opinion about you, someone who sees you very differently than you see yourself. I'm picking up on their energy heavy, but I'm not revealing them yet, okay? Their identity ties everything together, and I'll explain exactly who they are in your total energetic frequency at the end. So just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? So you have 6 cards in this pile, and each one is going to expose a different layer of how people see you. So let's go ahead and pull your first card, because this one already told us that you are deep, intentional, and hard to read. But now we're about to find out why people respond to you the way that they do. Ready? Let's go. All right. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through with card 1. Honey, you got elephant, greatness. The card says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Ooh, that part right there, girl. Let's go ahead and pull card 2. And then we'll channel both energies together. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for card 2? You have the 4 of Swords. Okay, let's go ahead and channel the energy of the elephant greatness, and then we're going to slide into this 4 of Sword energy. Let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Look, y'all. Baby, Spirit did not waste any time with you today. This first card, Elephant Greatness, is already telling on you, right? Like I said, it says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet, and you can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Listen, this is exactly how people see you, even when you don't realize it, okay? People look at you and see someone who carries quiet power, unshakable inner strength, emotional intelligence, a calm aura that makes them feel safe. You carry a presence that says, I've lived, I've learned, and I'm not to be played with. This is big energy, and you don't even do it on purpose. You walk into a space and folks automatically look your way, not because you're loud, not because you're trying, but because your spirit walks in 10 seconds before your body does. See, because your wisdom hits people before your words do. And here is what people won't tell you. They come to you because you always know what to say. They lean on you emotionally, even when they shouldn't. And they see you as a natural leader. They see someone who's been through storms but didn't break. They see someone who handles life with grace and grit. To a lot of people, you're the strong friend, the smart friend, the spiritual grown friend, the calm in the chaos. But guess what? People also assume you don't need help. They assume you're good. They assume you got it handled. That elephant energy makes folks forget you're human too. They forget that. Now let's move into card 2, 4 of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, right away, this is mental rest, recovery, pulling back your energy, protecting your peace type of message. Okay. Now, the combined energy and how people really see you, here is the real tea. People see you as great, but they also see you as off limits. The elephant card says that you're powerful, wise, and inspirational, but the 4 of Swords says that you don't let people get too close. You're selective. You take your peace seriously. You retreat when you sense nonsense. See, your silence is louder than arguments, and you rest your energy instead of explaining yourself. This is why people keep their distance even when they admire you. They see someone who doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't force, doesn't entertain mess, doesn't compete. You don't explain your worth. They see a person who knows exactly when to tap out and recharge. To some people, you look mysterious or hard to reach. To others, you look like you're over it before it even starts. But the truth, your energy is too valuable to be accessible to everybody. And that right there is why people study you from a distance. You look like the type of person who disappears to heal, come back stronger, doesn't crumble, doesn't fold, handles betrayals in silence, handles stress with strategy, handles haters with no reaction. People see you as someone who knows how to pull your energy back and protect yourself. And that is something they low-key envy. All right, Clarity family. Card 1 already exposed your greatness, and card 2 exposed your boundaries and your silence. So now we need to see what people secretly fear about you. Because, baby, trust me, there's something here. So let's go ahead and pull card 3. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right, what is that energy, Spirit? What is coming through? You got Pisces, the mystic. That's what the card says. But I'm going to give you all of this Pisces energy. Now, what do they fear? I'm going to tell you what they fear. They know you're intuitive AF, honey. And they better come correct or don't come at all. Baby, let me tell you something. When this card came out, I already knew exactly where Spirit was going with this. Pisces, the mystic. You are intuitive AF. Okay? You don't miss nothing. Your spirit sees it before your eyes see it. People fear that about you. And I'm just being honest. So let me break this down because this is good. They fear that they cannot lie to you. Let's just call it out. You're the type who picks up tone shifts, micro expressions, weird pauses, energetic changes, spiritual red flags, the truth behind what's not being said. People get nervous around you. They get nervous when their intentions are not clean because you can read a soul faster than they can form a sentence. They fear that you see them deeper than they see themselves. You make people uncomfortable sometimes, and not because you're harsh, but because your presence exposes their insecurities. You see the motives, jealousy, fear, projections, unhealed parts. You see the shadow behind the smile. And people know that they can't hide anything from you. Even if they try, they fear your silence. This is where it gets real. Your Four of Swords energy from the previous card combined with this, it's actually intimidating. Your silence means you're thinking, you're assessing, you're assessing, you're spiritually checking the vibe. You're not easily influenced. You don't need external validation. People fear what they cannot predict, and you are unpredictable in the best way. They fear your connection to spirit. You're not lucky. You're not guessing. You're not making things up. Your intuition is guided. Your insights hit. Your dreams reveal. Your instincts protects. And your ancestors speak. People who are used to People who are used to manipulating others fear someone like you because your spirit sees what their mouths hide. They fear losing access to you. This is the part that you never see coming because people value your presence so much that they fear losing you before they even have you. Because once you pull back, once your intuition says, nope, this ain't aligned, you're done. No revisiting, no reopening, no explaining. And baby, that terrifies people who thought that they had you figured out. They fear you're always 5 steps ahead. Your energy is mystical, psychic, hard to decode, spiritually protected, deeply intuitive, emotionally evolved. You come off like someone who already knows the answer before the question is asked. And yes, that is intimidating, but also magnetic. All right, Clarity family, listen, so far we've seen your greatness, your boundaries, and now your intuition that low-key scares people. But card four is about to reveal what people admire about you that they will never say out loud. Let's pull card 4. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Now let's see what's coming through. What do people admire about you? Let's see. Absolutely. We're going to start here. Change. The card says change, and on the back it says, a resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. Listen, y'all. Okay, baby, this card right here. Let me tell you exactly why and how people admire you, even the ones who pretend they don't. They admire how you always reinvent yourself. You don't stay stuck. You don't stay small. You don't stay wounded. Every time life hits you with something, you come back. And you come back wiser, softer, stronger, clearer, more aligned, more intuitive. People look at you like, how does she keep transforming like that? How she go through all that and still come out leveling up? Your resilience is wild. Your glow up energy is real. You don't force change. You become it. You make change look easy, even when it's not. This is the part folks will never say to your face. Because people see you go through major transitions, relationships, endings, okay? People see you leveling up, moving, healing, disconnecting, starting over. And somehow you stay graceful through it. You don't fall apart in public. You don't beg for sympathy. You don't broadcast chaos. You shift quietly, privately, powerfully. They admire that because they cannot do it. You inspire people to level up without even trying because your energy pushes others towards growth, healing, reflection, accountability, alignment. Just by being yourself, you make people rethink their whole life. And not because you judge them, but because your evolution exposes where they are stagnant. People want to do better when they're around you. That's admiration. Even if they pretend, that's admiration. Even if they pretend, it's intimidation. Okay? Honey, you're not afraid to leave things behind. This is major. People admire the way you will walk away from a situation that drains you. Cut off a connection that isn't aligned. Change directions if spirit tells you to, and start over without fear. Trust your intuition over anyone's opinions. Most people hold on to things long after they should have let go. You release, reset, rebuild. People admire that fearlessness because they stay stuck while you move forward. You step into new beginnings even when you're scared. They see the courage you don't give yourself credit for. You try new things, evolve spiritually, elevate your standards, shift your mindset, reinvent your identity, and embrace new chapters. Even when you're nervous, you show up anyway. People admire that because most folks never change unless they're forced to. And you change because you're guided. You don't fight transformation, you honor it. Even if people don't understand your journey, they see that you honor your growth. You don't cling to your old self. You let your old versions fade so new versions can rise. People admire that more than you know. All right, Clarity family, we have seen how people fear you. We've seen how they admire you, but there's a specific energy coming through. Someone in your life or someone watching you is having a very strong reaction to your glow up. Card 5 is about to reveal what people envy, desire, or crave from you most. So let's go ahead and pull card 5. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. All right, let's see. You have the Sun. Okay. Look. Listen, when the Sun shows up in a reading like this, that spirit saying that this is the part they don't want you to know. Because people may admire your strength, they may respect your boundaries, they may even fear your intuition. But the Sun, this is the energy people can't handle, can't copy, can't dim, can't control. So let me tell you exactly what they envy and want from you. Your light is unforgettable. People don't just notice you. You stick to their memory. You walk into a room and the atmosphere literally shifts. People turn their heads. People get quiet. People stare. And not because you're loud, but because your spirit shines like warm sunlight in a world full of artificial light bulbs. Your energy says, I am. And baby, not everybody can handle that kind of radiance. You glow even when life tries to dim you. Here's the real tea. People envy how you've been hurt but didn't become bitter. You've been betrayed but didn't become cold. You've been disappointed but didn't lose your spark. Your resilience is not normal. Your warmth is not normal. Your bounce back is not normal. Most people would have folded behind what you lived through, but you came out brighter. And that light, it makes people confront their own shadows. Your joy is healing and intimidating. Some people love your joy, but others, they hate that they can't take it from you. They don't understand how you can still laugh, smile, create, dream, glow, and move with purpose after everything you've experienced. You shine in a way that exposes people's insecurity. People crave your warmth, but they don't know how to handle it. This is where it gets deep. Your presence feels like comfort, hope, clarity, renewal, inspiration, motivation. You light up spaces you enter. People gravitate to you because you feel like the sunrise, the start of something new, fresh, aligned. But here's the twist. People want your warmth, but they cannot handle the responsibility of being close to the sun. Some melt, some run, some get jealous, some obsess, some admire from a distance, but they all feel it. You make people feel seen and alive. Your energy activates people. You wake them up. You make them want to do better. You pull them into their higher selves. People crave the way you uplift, inspire, restore, brighten, soften, transform. You don't try to do this. You do not try to do this. It just happens. And not everybody is built like that. Your authenticity is magnetic. The sun rules truth, and you walk in truth. People envy that. They envy that you don't fake, you don't hide, you don't compete, you don't shrink, and you don't pretend to be someone else. Your soul shines whether you post or don't post, whether you speak or stay quiet, whether you're seen or unseen. People envy your realness because deep down they wish they were as free as you. All right, Clarity family. Card 5 just exposed the part of you that people envy and crave the most. Card 6 is about to reveal how people treat you because of all this energy, the effect you have on their spirit, their behavior, and their intentions. Let's go ahead and pull card 6. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right. And you got gratitude. All right. Listen. When gratitude comes out as your 6th card, baby, that spirit is saying that this is how their soul feels about you after the dust settles. People may fear your intuition. They may admire your growth. They may envy your light. But this last card shows the real aftermath. People are grateful they met you, even if they never say it. Let me explain. You leave people better than you found them. So this is why people remember you years later. Your energy awakens, uplifts, inspires, redirects, softens, heals. Some people don't realize how much you changed them until after you're gone. You're the type of person they look back on and think, wow, I grew because of her. Even the ones who mishandled you, they still feel gratitude. And they feel gratitude sometimes mixed with regret, but gratitude nonetheless. You teach people lessons without trying. Your presence is a mirror. Your boundaries are a lesson. Your silence is a revelation. And your evolution is an example. People become more self-aware after knowing you. You're like a spiritual checkpoint in their journey. And they may not say it out loud, but in their heart, they thank God that you crossed their path. You show people a version of love they've never experienced. Not romantic love. I mean the love of patience, peace, clarity, emotional intelligence, maturity, spiritual connection. You show people what love with boundaries look like. And baby, that's rare. Because people feel grateful because you didn't just show them love, you showed them how to love themselves better. Even the ones who lost access to you feel thankful. This is the part that hits. Some people are grateful for you in silence because they know they can't come back. Your glow up, your growth, your evolution, it makes them realize what they took for granted, what they misjudged, what they mishandled, and what they couldn't match. And even though they can't say it to your face, their soul quietly whispers, "Thank you for what you taught me." And your energy is a blessing that not everyone is built to receive. See, some people are grateful simply because crossing paths with you showed them that they still have healing to do. And you remind people what alignment feels like, what integrity feels like, what emotional safety feels like, what authenticity feels like, what being spiritually awake looks like. You're a catalyst, a reminder, a wake-up call, a blessing. And blessings always leave gratitude behind. All right, Clarity family. 6 cards down. And this energy is loud, deep, and unmistakable. But here's the thing. There is one specific person, yes, the one whose energy kept popping up earlier, who sees you in a very particular way. The total energetic frequency is about to tie everything together. How people see you, how they see you, how your energy affects their intentions, and what spirit wants you to know moving forward. All right? So let's go ahead and tap into the total energetic frequency. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Now, listen. Clarity family, this pile is different. So the frequency here is, she's not just memorable, she redefines you. So let me break this down because this is a very rare energetic profile. And people see you as greatness they're not prepared to handle. From the very first card, your energy screams, "I operate at a higher level, mentally, spiritually, emotionally." People admire the heck out of you, but they also feel unqualified around you. You don't try to intimidate people. You just naturally expose where they haven't grown yet. This is why men stare, women study, old connections resurface, and people check on you without reaching out. Strangers obsess a little too much. You trigger evolution in people. You intimidate people who don't have inner peace. 4 of Swords plus Pisces? Baby, please. You have a quiet power that makes chaotic people uncomfortable. Your intuition sees through people like glass. Your silence speaks louder than their ego. And your boundaries feel like a spiritual checkmate. They respect you, but they also fear disappointing you. Because deep down, they know you would walk away without hesitation. See, because people assume you know more about them than they told you. That Pisces mystique energy, people feel exposed around you in a good way. They think, she can read my thoughts. She knows I'm lying. She sees right through me. Even people who have barely spoken to you assume you have access to their higher insight, and they're not wrong. Your glow up forces people to confront themselves. The change card here is huge. People watch you evolve, not slowly, but in quantum leaps. Every time you level up, they question their own lives. They rethink their choices. They compare their growth to yours. They feel inspired and uncomfortable. Your transformation makes people ask, why am I not growing like her? And that's because you don't grow linearly. Linearly. Like linear, y'all. You don't grow linear. Why can't I say that? Oh my God. Listen, don't worry about that. You know what I mean. Linearly. You don't grow in linear. You grow spiritually. You radiate abundance, happiness, and purpose even when you're quiet. The sun is the loudest card in the entire deck because people assume you're doing well, loved, chosen, wanted, financially stable, spiritually protected. Even during periods where you feel invisible or low, your outer energy still reads, she's on the brink of something big. And people can feel when something is about to shift for you. Your blessings announce themselves before they arrive. People are grateful that they crossed your paths with you, including the one person you're thinking of. Gratitude isn't just admiration, it's impact. You change people's self-worth, choices, emotional maturity, spiritual awareness, expectations in love, standards and boundaries. Someone in particular, yes, that one is already feeling this. This person sees you as out of their league, emotionally evolved, spiritually intimidating, physically magnetic, and someone they don't want to lose access to, someone they never want to disappoint. They are grateful for you even if they can't articulate it yet. The specific person whose energy kept popping up, here's the truth. They see you as the one I don't want to mess this up with. You are the woman who raises their standards, the woman who makes them want to do better, the woman that they feel spiritually drawn to. You're the woman they can't play with, the woman they can't replace. They know, consciously or subconsciously, that you're not someone who sticks around through BS. And that is why you feel so different to them. This connection feels like respect, plus attraction, plus destiny, plus fear of mishandling. They're grateful for you, but they're also preparing to meet you at your level. People see you as a leader, a mirror, a mystic, a catalyst, a light, a standard, a blessing. And the specific person you're aligned with, they see you as the woman I want to show up for, not just show up to. Now listen, Clarity family. Y'all, if you made it all the way to the end of this reading, then you already know that this power was talking directly to you because the energy here is loud. You're not misunderstood. You're just finally seeing yourself the way everyone else sees you. People see your greatness before you do. People feel your intuition before you speak. People sense your glow up before it arrives. And that one specific person, yeah, they feel you on a spiritual level. They're not confused. They're not guessing. They know you're different. And they're trying to rise to that level required to stand next to you. So if nobody told you today, you're powerful, you're seen, you're respected, you're unforgettable. And the world reacts to you accordingly. If you want a personal reading, real, unfiltered, the things I cannot say on YouTube, my 3 for $33 offer is still open. Ask me any 3 questions about your love life, your money, your next moves, or your spiritual path. That link is in the description. I'll tell you everything that Spirit won't let me say publicly. All right, Clarity family, I love you. Protect your energy, stand in your power, and remember, you don't chase, you attract by existing. I'll see you in the next reading. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. How people really see you. Y'all already know how we do it over here. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it honest. And I'm going to say the things other readers tiptoe around. We all got light, we all got shadow. But today we're talking about how people see you, not how you see yourself. And real quick, before we jump in, my 3 for $33 personal reading offer is still open. Ask me any 3 questions about love, money, your next move, or your spiritual path. There are things that I can tell you privately that I cannot say here on YouTube. The link is in the description. Go claim your reading if you feel called. All right, let's get into pile 2. Your energy. Pile 2 was drawn here to the tangerine glass crystal and the gorgeous, this card is so gorgeous. The card says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Let me tell you what this means on a deeper level. People see you as someone who doesn't like to force anything. You're not clingy, you're not desperate, you don't chase. You give space because you trust your own energy. You come across as someone who can pull back without falling apart. And that is intimidating for people who are used to being needed. Now listen. This pile has 6 cards, and every single one is going to reveal another layer of how people really see you. And I promise you, there is one specific person coming through here. And the person that immediately came to your mind when you picked pile 2. Yeah, them. They show up later in the total energetic frequency. So stay with me because I'm going to guide you card by card. And then we'll pull everything together at the end. All right, so let's go. Let's go ahead and pull your first card as it does relate. What is the energy coming through? And you got the fox, clever. The card says you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Okay, that's just card 1. So we're going to go ahead and pull card 2, and then we'll channel both energies together. All right, and card 2 is the Queen of Swords. Child, let's go ahead and jump into card 1 first, and then we're going to cut through what the Queen of Swords got to say. Baby, I can tell you one thing. They see you don't play. You ain't going to play. Look, honey child, listen, girlfriend, the fox. Let's read this again. It says you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. So be open to romance. Oh, pile 2. Now let me tell you something real about how people see you. You come across like somebody who always knows what's going on. Even when you say nothing, people swear you got a 6th sense. Okay, you got a backup plan and a secret strategy tucked in your pocket at all times. And low key, you do. They see you as clever, calculating in a smart way, not a shady way, and someone who never gets stuck. You move fast mentally and you don't let people play in your face. And here's the part that stings people. You're not easy to read. You're not easily manipulated. You're not easily impressed. You come off like someone who can literally smell someone's intentions before they even open their mouth. See, because that fox energy is quiet, sharp, focused. It's the type of person who can sit in a room and see everybody's motives at once. And the craziest part, people think you always have options, even when you don't say a word. But why? That's why, y'all, the card ends with be open to romance. Because most people assume you're unapproachable or uninterested when really you're just selective. All right. Card 2. Look, baby, now we're talking. Let me cut straight into it. The Queen of Swords is the card of emotional intelligence, high standards, zero tolerance for foolishness, someone who has been through it and learned, someone who does not entertain nonsense. This is exactly how people see you. They already thought that you were sharp with the Fox card. Then the Queen of Swords walks in and confirms it. You don't fall for potential. You don't fall for flattery. You don't fall for fantasies. You fall for consistency, truth, and effort. Period. And this is what really gets people shook. Your silence is louder than most people's whole personalities. When you pull back, people notice. They feel it in their chest. They start questioning themselves. You don't have to yell. You don't have to chase. You don't have to prove. When the Queen of Swords shows, listen, when the Queen of Swords, right, with the Queen of Swords, your energy says, I have lived too much life to be played with. Come correct or don't come at all. And that is exactly why people think twice before approaching you. Not because you're harsh, but because you're clear. And now, card 1 plus card 2 together. Girl, this is a whole identity. The clever fox plus the Queen of Swords equals the woman people cannot fool, cannot manipulate, cannot distract. Someone in your life, and you already know who, is very intimidated by the fact that you can see straight through their behavior. Now, let's keep building this story. All right, let's go ahead and pull your next card, and we'll blend all this energy together, and we're gonna see who's most affected by your energy. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. Ciao. Let me see where I want to go with this. I'm going to go here. All right. You got the moon. Told you you can see through those lies and manipulation. You got the moon, honey. Highly intuitive. Pile 2, a spirit is talking loud right now, okay? Because the moon card is the card of hidden motives, illusions, fear of being exposed, emotional shadows, secrets coming to light, people projecting their insecurities onto you. And this is why the fox plus the Queen of Swords energy hit so hard. You see through everything. People cannot lie to you. They cannot mask their intentions. They cannot pretend to be something they're not. Because the moon plus the Queen of Swords combo, it means you read people like a book. And baby, most people don't want to be read. The moon also shows this, that people are intimidated by how intuitive you are. They feel naked around you without you doing a thing. Your presence pulls their truth to the surface. Somebody in your life, and Spirit is highlighting one person specifically, gets triggered because you can see the little games they play. They don't like how easily you catch the inconsistencies. They don't like how quiet you get when something feels off. And they don't like how you can smile politely while your intuition is dissecting everything they're not saying. This person feels They know too much. They see too much. I can't hide anything from them. Now let's blend all three cards. The Fox plus the Queen of Swords plus the Moon. This is your public identity and your private power. Fox, the strategist. People think you're 2 steps ahead all the time. Queen of Swords, the truth teller. People know that you cut through nonsense instantly. The Moon, the intuitive. People feel that you see their shadow even when they didn't mean to show it. This is the combination that makes people respect you, fear disappointing you, be cautious around you, never fully relax unless they're honest. They feel exposed without you saying a word. This is your don't play with me energy. The version of you that makes liars nervous, manipulators uncomfortable, and secretive people avoid eye contact. Who is most affected by your energy? Spirit is showing a person who tried to hide their motives from you, a person who thought they were clever than they actually are, a person who underestimated your intuition. This is someone who has inconsistent communication, shifts their story depending on their mood, and admires you and fears you. And they can't figure out how you know what you know. This person avoids giving you direct answers because they know you'll clock the truth instantly. This could be a love interest, an ex, a coworker, or a friend who isn't really a friend. But whoever it is, they are most affected because your energy exposes their shadow without you doing anything. Your intuition makes their mask slip. Your presence pulls out their truth, and your silence scares them more than confrontation. Y'all, Spirit is building a whole psychological profile on how people react to you. So let's go ahead and pull card 4 and tap into the energy as it does relate. What is coming through? What is the energy as it does relate? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we want to go here, y'all. What's coming through, Spirit? You got space. And the card says, the quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. Child, and this ain't only talking about clearing out your garage or clearing out your closet. Okay? Baby, this card is the anthem of your entire personality and the way people perceive you. This is what Spirit is showing, that your power multiplies when you pull back. You don't chase, you don't beg, you don't perform, you don't over-explain. See, your silence is spiritual warfare and self-respect at the same time. People feel the void when you step back. You don't have to block, yell, or announce anything. You simply remove your energy, and everybody who is benefiting from your wisdom, your emotional labor, your intuition, your presence feels the shift immediately. This is a part of your out of their league energy. People realize your value more in your absence than in your presence. Now, let's blend space with the previous 3 cards, because we are building a psychological map of why people react to you the way they do. The Fox, you're clever, strategic, and unbothered. People know you don't move without purpose. Queen of Swords, you cut through BS instantly. Your standards are sharp. Your boundaries are loud. The moon. You see people's hidden motives. You make their subconscious rise to the surface. And space. You remove yourself when energy is off. You don't fight for anything that's not aligned. Okay. And so people know this about you. If they play with your time, your dignity, or your peace, you will create distance. And that distance is a punishment that they can't recover from. This is why people walk carefully around you. Exes can't forget you. And certain people return but can't approach you correctly. Some people feel intimidated but still obsessed. That one specific person gets triggered by how fast you can detach. Space is your superpower. Your absence teaches lessons that your presence never had to. And so Spirit is showing me one more thing, that this card also hints at your next phase of relationships. You're entering an era where you no longer tolerate emotional clutter, inconsistent people, draining friendships, broken communication, people who want access without accountability. You are making room for real partnerships, real love, and real respect. Someone in your life feels this shift already, and they know that you don't need them. They know you're not afraid to give space, and that is why they're so affected by you. We're going to go ahead and drop card 5. I'm going to take this deeper because Spirit is building a full character study of how people act versus how they feel when it comes to you. All right, so let's go ahead and see the energy that is flowing through next. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see, you have King of Wands. Listen. Let me just say this. This is where the energy jumps, okay? Because now we're seeing who is most affected by your Fox, plus the Queen of Swords, plus the Moon, plus space energy. All right, so let's tap in real deep. Okay, the King of Wands is the one who can't stop watching you. This card always represents a confident, right? Charismatic, charming, masculine energy. Someone with charisma. Someone who thinks they're that guy. Someone who's used to being pursued, not ignored. And someone who expects women to fold. Someone who is attracted to strength, not weakness. And when you enter the picture, their whole personality starts glitching. Okay? When you enter the picture, they are drawn to your confidence. You match their fire with intelligence and boundaries. They're turned on by your independence. You don't need validation, attention, or permission, and they are intimidated by your intuition. The Moon card already exposed this. They know that you can see right through them. They are obsessed with the fact that you can walk away. This is the one thing they're not used to. See, because the King of Wands expects admiration, you give discernment. The King of Wands expects access. You give conditions. The King of Wands expects attention. You give space when your peace is threatened. See, that's why this card is showing up. What this man thinks about you, let me tell you exactly what Spirit is showing. He says, she's the only one I can't play. You melt through ego. He can't put on a mask with you. He cannot. He says things like, she's too smart for games. Your Fox card, it proves you always know the move before he makes it. She sees me in ways others can't. That Moon energy. Your intuition scans him like an X-ray. He also says, if I mess up even once, she'll be gone. That space card is his biggest fear. This man respects you and fears losing access to you. See, that's why people say you're out of his league. Listen, the King of Wands is the one most affected by your clever mind, the Fox, your boundaries, the Queen of Swords, your intuition, the Moon, and your ability to detach space. He's not used to someone who doesn't fall for charm, doesn't compete for his attention, doesn't chase, doesn't fold under pressure, doesn't tolerate ego. He's used to being the sun, he's used to being the sun, okay? But you are the eclipse. There's one more card left, okay? You have 6 in this pile. I'm going to drop your final card and we'll combine all 6 energies. We're going to reveal how people really see you and tell you exactly who fears you, who admires you, and who can't get over you. I'll give you your total energetic frequency at the end. Let's go. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. And you have listen. The listen card. Yes, this is what people wish you listened to. I want to tell you, they wish you listened to their opinions about your life, their insecurities about your confidence, their fears that they want you to absorb, their projections, their need for access to you. People want you to hear their version of you, the smaller version that makes them comfortable. They want you to listen when they say you're intimidating. Tone it down. Don't be so independent. Don't be so spiritual. Don't be so direct. Don't be so selective. They want your power to shrink. But here's the gag. You're not built to listen to people who haven't done half the spiritual, emotional, or mental work you've done. The energy of don't listen, this is what your higher self wants. Okay? This is what your higher self wants. Don't listen to anything that dims your intuition, your knowing, or your boundaries. Why? Because this whole reading has shown the Fox. You see patterns others miss. You see patterns others miss. Queen of Swords, you cut through false intentions. Moon, you sense lies before they're spoken. Space, you detach before you get drained. King of Wands, powerful people feel your energy and can't manipulate it. See, your intuition is the only voice that has earned your loyalty. Everyone else, they are background noise. This final card is confirmation. Not everyone deserves access to your mind, your intuition, or your peace. And that is why people see you the way they do. Now, the total energetic frequency of how people really see you is this. You're the untouchable one. People feel like you're in your own lane, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. You're not competing, you're ascending. And you're the human lie detector. No mask survives around you. People feel naked in your presence because the Moon card exposes every hidden motive. The one they respect but fear losing. Especially that King of Wands energy. You have standards that require emotional maturity. And you're the one who will walk away without warning. A space, plus the King of Swords, plus listen. Don't listen equals you detach fast, clean, and permanently when your spirit is disrespected. And you're the one they admire but don't understand. You're mysterious without trying. People want to know you, but they don't know how to approach you. A quiet power. You don't brag. You don't announce. You move in silence, and life reveals itself through you. People see you as a force, a mirror, a mystery, a boundary wrapped in beauty, intuition in human form. They underestimate how deeply spiritual you are until they get close. And then they realize that they're standing in front of someone who can see their soul without them saying a word. See, your energy is felt before it's understood and respected before it's questioned. And this pile, baby, you're not just unforgettable. You're uncopyable. Okay? People can't copy you. They cannot duplicate. No copy and paste energy. Clarity family, listen. This pile, this wasn't just a reading. This was a mirror, a spiritual x-ray, a whole revelation about you that everybody else sees long before you see it in yourself. See, because the truth is, you walk into rooms and energy rearranges itself. You don't chase, energy comes to you. You don't perform, people project. You don't try, you are. And that's why this pile hit the way it did. You're the fox, sharp, observant, impossible to fool. You're the queen of swords, clean, direct, protected by clarity. You're the moon, intuitive to the point that people feel exposed. Your space, selected, sacred, unbothered. And you're the king of wands, trigger, the one who shakes egos without lifting a finger. And you're listen, don't listen, and plugged only into your higher self. So as you move forward, remember, not everyone deserves your wisdom, and not everyone can sit with your truth. Not everyone can handle your intuition. Not everyone is meant to access your peace. Your life is shifting into a chapter where alignment is automatic, and anything out of tune with your spirit, it just falls away. Walk in your power, walk in your intuition, walk in your mystery, and walk in your clarity. And never apologize for being the one who sees, who knows, and who moves differently. Pile 2, this was your message, and I hope I delivered it real, raw, and unfiltered. I'll see you in the next pile. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today, we are tapping into how people really see you. And listen, y'all already know how we do it over here. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not softening the truth. I'm not protecting egos, yours or theirs. I'm going to tell you exactly what the energy is saying because the cards don't lie and neither do I. But real quick, just a reminder, my 3 for $33 offer is still available. You can send me any 3 questions: love, career, your next move, your future blessings, or what spirit is trying to tell you privately. Y'all know there are things I cannot say here on YouTube, but I can say in a personal reading. The link is in the description. Pile 3, your energy. Honey, your energy drew you here to the yellow glass crystal and the card, this gorgeous card that says, only time will tell. Let me just say this. People see you as someone who is constantly becoming. You're not the same person you were last year. Heck, you're not the same person you were last month. You evolve fast, quietly, and unpredictably. To them, you're a mystery with a timeline that they can't predict. They don't know when you'll glow up again. They don't know when you'll walk away. And they don't know when you will reinvent yourself. They just know when you shift, everything shifts. And that's what intimidates them. That's what fascinates them. Now, you got 6 cards in this pile, and each one is going to expose another layer of how people really see you. I'm going to guide you through each and every card. And I want you to pay attention because the pattern that forms by card 6, that is your total energetic frequency. That is the truth that they don't say out loud. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go ahead and pull your first card because we're going to find out about what people assume about you, what energy you give off without trying, and who is watching you more closely than you realize. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You have the Heron, patience, Heron, and the card says, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you the rewards. That's card 1. Let's go ahead and pull card 2 and we'll channel both energies together. All right, and you have the 7 of Swords. Y'all, this is juicy. So let's go ahead and jump into the Heron, and then we'll slide into the 7 of Swords. And that sword is going to cut deep, y'all. Let's do it. All right. Look. This is juicy because this combo, it exposes exactly what people think they know about you and exactly what they get wrong every single time. Card 1 is patience, stillness, quiet power. This card is telling on people, okay? Because here's the truth. People think you're quiet because you're unsure, and they think you're patient because you're passive. They think your stillness equals softness. They don't understand that your silence is strategy. Your patience is discipline. Your stillness is power. And your distance is divine timing. See, you're the type of person who doesn't rush anything. Not moves, not decisions, not relationships, not reactions. And that intimidates people because most folks act out of panic, ego, insecurity, impulse. But you act from alignment. Your timing is spiritually guided, not socially pressured. People around you feel this aura of, she knows something I don't. And they're right. Card 2, 7 of Swords, the quiet comeback. Now, this card exposes the real tea. People underestimate you and they regret it every time. See, the 7 of Swords is the card of strategy, intelligence, moving silently, seeing what others miss, and making your move after people think they figured you out. Let me say this in plain English. People always think they're 1 step ahead of you, but you're actually 5 steps ahead of them. Your intuition picks up lies before they're spoken, and your spirit senses motives before they become actions. Your soul catches energy before words even form. See, people see you as reserved, but what they don't realize is you're collecting data. And that's why so many people get exposed around you, because they think you're not paying attention, and you always are. They think you don't notice the shift. You always do. They think you're slow to react. You're actually slow to reveal. The Heron plus the 7 of Swords combo equals, I watch everything. I rush nothing. I catch everything you hid. This is why certain people are scared of you. This is why certain people are obsessed with you. This is why certain people feel exposed around you. Who feels this energy the most? Let me tell you exactly who can't handle this version of you. People who lie, people who hide, people who can't stand being seen, people who wanted to manipulate you, people who thought they were slick, and people who wanted you to depend on their timing, people who wanted to get away with something. You terrify the ones who move funny. You mesmerize the ones who move with integrity. Now, let's pull card 3 because card 3 is going to expose why certain people can't handle you, what your silence reveals about them, and who is watching you from the shadows. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. Card 3, you got Aquarius. The card says the innovator. All right, listen to this, baby. This is the card that explains why you confuse, intimidate, inspire, and threaten people all at the same damn time. Aquarius energy is visionary, future focused, ahead of the crowd, ahead of the trend, ahead of the conversation, ahead of the mindset. Let me put it in straight language. People cannot figure you out because you don't operate on their timeline or their mentality. Remember your first card, the Heron. Patience, stillness, divine timing. Card 2, Seven of Swords. You play chess while others play checkers. And now the Aquarius card is saying, you don't just think differently, you are different. You aren't copying, you're creating. You aren't following, you're leading without trying. So people see you as someone who doesn't fit the room, doesn't follow the crowd, doesn't need validation, doesn't move with the herd, doesn't care about public approval, isn't afraid of being misunderstood. They might not always like that, but they always respect it. See, this is the energy of someone who makes people adjust to them, not someone who adjusts to others. Now, what Aquarius says about how people see you, you're unpredictable in the best way. People can't guess. They can't guess your next move. And honestly, it keeps them on their toes. You don't need a crowd. You are the energy. People gather around you without trying. You think fast. Your problem solving, your intuition, your pattern recognition, it's all sharpened. It's all sharper than average. See, because you reinvent yourself with no warning. Only time will tell. Matches this, okay? They never know when you're about to level up again. You intimidate the unoriginal. People who play it safe, they don't know what to do with someone who moves from vision instead of fear. Heron plus Seven of Swords plus Aquarius. Let me sum it up how people see you so far. Quiet but dangerous, observant but unpredictable, still but strategic, detached but powerful, patient but impossible to manipulate, genius level intuition, socially unpredictable. In short, you're a problem for the wrong people and the blessing for the right ones. And everyone feels that energy when you walk into a room. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull card 4 because card 4 is going to expose what people envy, what they can't duplicate, and the one thing people always misunderstand about you. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. All right. What is the energy? And you got, honey, needs. And the card says, I said needs, Needs. Just wanted to make sure you guys heard that. So the card says, do you need more time to yourself? A break from thinking too much? A kind encounter with a friend? Your needs matter, and it's time to honor them. Listen, let me just say this. Honey, this card is exposing the part of you that people never talk about out loud, but they all feel. You don't tolerate emotional freeloaders, energy vampires, or people who think your life revolves around their comfort. So let's break this down because this energy is allowed. Needs. It's what people really see but don't say. People see you as someone who has outgrown self-neglect. You used to put others first. You used to overextend. You used to shrink for peace. You used to accommodate. Not anymore. Now you operate from, if it drains me, it doesn't have access to me. And baby, people feel that shift. Now, how this connects with your other cards, the Heron, you're patient, but not self-sacrificing. Your time is sacred. Your energy is intentional. You don't rush into anything or anyone unless it feels aligned. Seven of Swords, you protect your peace like a vault. You don't give out your energy freely. You don't let people slide anymore. And you don't feel guilty for removing yourself. Aquarius, you need space to breathe and think. People see that you're someone who needs freedom, independence, alone time, mental space, emotional clarity. And trust me, the right people respect this. The wrong people think they're being abandoned. Because here's the truth. Your needs aren't small. Your needs are structured. Your needs are non-negotiable. Your needs determine who gets to stay in your life. Now, what this card exposes about how people see you, let me tell you what's really going on. People know that you will disappear quick if your needs aren't met. You don't beg. You don't repeat yourself. You don't fight to be understood. You're just gone. People assume you're mysterious or guarded. What they don't realize is you just like your peace more than their drama. See, people respect your standards even if they don't understand them, because your energy says, if you want access to me, come correct. See, people talk about your boundaries behind your back, and they still try to copy them because you make self-respect look good. Okay, now the Heron plus the Seven of Swords plus Aquarius plus needs, put all of these four cards together, and here's the truth. You're not secretive. You're selective. You're not cold. You're conserving energy. You're not hard to read. People just aren't paying attention. You're not difficult. You're done doing emotional labor for grown adults. People know you're someone who will not settle, will not overextend, will not minimize your needs, will not tolerate inconsistent people, will not carry a relationship alone. And this is exactly why only time will tell was your opening card, because people know you're not for everybody. And they know you're the type of person who will wait until the right person shows up. Now let's go ahead and pull card 5, because card 5 is going to show who feels the most threatened by your boundaries and who thinks about you more than they admit, and the hidden reaction people have to how empowered you've become. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. You got the King of Wands energy. All right. Now, this, y'all, this is the card that exposes exactly who's watching you, who's threatened by you, and who is low-key mesmerized by your energy. Because when the King of Wands shows up in this pile, after these cards, it's not random. It's not cute. It's a whole confession. So let's get into it. The King of Wands, the one who can't handle you, but can't let you go. This is masculine energy, period. Not man, not romance, not gender energy. But in your reading, this is absolutely someone in physical masculine form. This is someone who thinks they're confident, thinks they're in control, thinks they know people, thinks that they can charm anyone, and thinks that they can predict reactions. And then you walk in and their entire system malfunctions because you are too intuitive for games, too self-contained for neediness, too unpredictable for manipulation. You're too patient for pressure, too independent for ego, too spiritually aligned to tolerate nonsense. And this man feels that. Now, how the King of Wands sees you, but won't say, she's too powerful for me to play with. Seven of Swords always exposes people who thought they were slick. He knows that he can't run any type of game on you. He says, I can't figure her out. Because Aquarius energy makes you unpredictable. You're not accessible on command. She disappears when she's done with me. The needs card shows that it shows that you do not tolerate inconsistency. See, he knows that if he doesn't step correctly, you're gone. And I've never met someone this patient and this strategic. The Heron plus the Seven of Swords equals you don't move fast, but you move right. And he says, she requires integrity, not attention. This is exactly what threatens him. You don't need him, you choose him. And that flips his whole masculine identity upside down. Who this King of Wands is in your life, he is someone who watches you more than he speaks. Someone who pretends to be unfazed. Someone who gets quiet when he feels exposed. Someone who is used to being admired. Someone who is not used to being evaluated. Someone who wants access to you but fears the responsibility of meeting your needs. This is not a weak man. This is a man who is strong on paper, but your energy makes him question himself. Because you are the one he can't impress with surface level effort. Now, how the King of Wands reacts to your energy, let me be very clear. Your silence pulls him in. Your boundaries humble him. Your intelligence intimidates him. Your intuition exposes him. Your self-respect attracts him. He's used to women who chase, convince, plead, or compete. You do none of that. And that is exactly why he can't look away. Let's dive into card 6 because this final card is going to reveal the deepest reaction people have to you, the energy you leave behind in rooms, and the reason some people obsess over you, and how this entire pile ties together. All right, so let's do it. We're going to drop card 6. What is the energy as it does relate? You got direction. And if they move funny, guess what? You move out of their way. Listen, direction, this is the perfect final card for this pile because it exposes one thing people don't understand about you and the one thing that keeps them addicted intimidated and watching you from a distance. Let's tap in. With direction, you always know where you're going. This card is telling on people bad, okay? Because the truth is, people think you're mysterious because they have no idea what your next move is. People think you're unpredictable because you never explain yourself. And people think you're intimidating because your life has a rhythm that they can't influence. Direction means you operate from inner guidance, not outer noise. You don't follow crowds. You don't need validation. You don't ask for permission. You don't broadcast your plans. You don't move off emotion. You move off alignment. And this is what people really see. You have a built-in compass. You always end up exactly where you're supposed to be. Even when your decisions look strange to others, even when you take a path nobody else understands, even when you detach, disappear, or redirect, you always land in a higher position. And that is what intimidates the most. Heron plus Seven of Swords plus Aquarius plus needs plus King of Wands plus direction. Now that 6 cards is down, let's stitch this whole pile together. Here's how people truly see you. You're quiet, but you see everything. The Heron plus the 7 of Swords. You clock motives, intentions, and inconsistencies instantly. People feel naked around you. You think different. Aquarius. You're not predictable. You're not basic. You're not copyable. People can't influence your mind, and they know it. Your needs are filtered. Your needs are your filter. Needs. You don't stay where you are not emotionally, mentally, and spiritually respected. You will cut access fast. You trigger masculine energy that isn't used to being evaluated. The King of Wands. You make strong men second guess themselves. And not because you try, but because your presence demands integrity. And your direction is internal, not external. People don't understand your path, but they see you winning anyway. This is why people envy you and admire you at the same time. In a total energetic frequency, pile 3. Your energy is untouchable. Your intuition protects you. Unpredictable. No one knows your next move. Unshakable. Your inner compass is solid. Unbothered. You don't chase, you attract. Unapologetic. Your needs come first. Unforgettable. You leave a mark without trying. People don't just see you, they study you. They adjust to you. They guess about you. They talk about you when you're not there. And they wonder what version of you they'll meet tomorrow. Because the truth is, your silence carries direction. Your presence carries purpose. Your energy carries authority. And baby, people feel it. Clarity family, well, let me tell you this. You are not meant to be understood. You're meant to be recognized. You aren't meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out. You aren't meant to slow down. You're meant to align. And anybody who can't match your clarity will fall away naturally. Your path is guided. Your energy is protected. Your future is already aligned. Move with confidence. Move with intuition. Move with direction. Pile 3. This was your truth, raw and real. I'll see you in the next reading.